Hello, everyone. Again, it's Mark here. I'm the founder of the Arts and Culture Network. This is the best bit of the job for me. This is where I get to introduce you to one of our full members. So JV has joined me from Artmonad. JV, thank you for joining me today from Miami Beach.
Oh, thank you, Mark, for having me. That's
It's
great.
my pleasure, and thank you so much for being one of our full members. It's very much appreciated. Um, so we want to show people some of the work that you've been doing with Artmonad. So I think, given the time, let's dive straight in, and you can give us a bit of a tour. I'm going to share my screen so that we can show everyone what we've been looking at, which is just so clever, fantastic. So I've had a crash course in how to navigate one of Artmonad's virtual galleries. This is so clever because it provides people with access to an artist's work wherever they are, in an environment in which they can wander around as if they were in a real gallery, check out the prices. And so I'm going to do that now. So um, I think I've mastered this, JV. So if I click on here and hold down, I can use the mouse to go around and look out for something I really want to have a good look at. That one, for example. So here we go.
Well, you can navigate like freely inside the gallery. So it's not anymore like a web page in HTML where you go from one page
Yeah,
to,
because I
to the
can
other.
look up, I can look down, I can look around. It's great. So I particularly like this one. So if I click on this one, that will bring up a bit more information about the piece. And its name, for example. And then I
Yeah,
can,
or the size, all the information that the artist want to communicate with the
yeah,
potential collector.
but you get a sense of, I love the large scale ones here as well. You get a sense um, of, of the size of, so there's no limit to the amount of work that you can show, which is fantastic. So love this. Oh, wow, that's special, isn't it?
Oh
Look
yeah,
at,
that one is beautiful. So this one, for example, it's basically a wall inside a storage. So how do you stretch that one? How do you frame it, and how you're going to do the transportation to a place where you're going to do an exhibition? It's not that
yeah,
easy. So in 3D, that solves a major problem that you want to paint or to create, so people can enjoy and can see the artwork. It cannot be
yeah,
in a storage where nobody is going to
yeah.
see
Well,
and enjoy.
this is so clever. Brilliant. So where can we find this? This is at artmonad.com. And
Yes.
this is your wife's work, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so
you
this
see,
is,
yeah, you have a collection of 12 paintings. So she wanted to put it on the floor and to have like a picture from above, with a
yeah,
drone, but it's complicated. So in 3D and digitally scan, I mean, digitally scan it comes from a picture of the artwork, and then after that we can frame it and put it in 3D. But
yeah.
it's really like another way to show it, because just a picture from a drone, or I mean, it doesn't
It's
work so well. So
no, but it's so clever because your system solves the problem of perspective. Because I'm standing here and this, so it's cleverly rendering it, because if I move around, um, it's got to change because that's the different perspective that I'm in. So if we look at it from over here, we're pretty
yeah,
much we're face on now, which is so clever. That's beautiful.
but
Really beautiful.
for example, she did a painting on a wall in the street. So we took picture of the wall with the painting, and then we kind of like rebuilt the wall in 3D inside that gallery. So now
Mm,
we can see what she did, like if it was still alive, because the building, they destroyed the building and everything, so you cannot see anymore that piece of art.
yeah.
But now it's stay forever. I mean, it's part of her body of work.
Well, it's fantastic, and it's permanently open.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
the gallery before, we had a gallery with a large window, and the window you could see South Beach and everything. So during COVID, people were going to that place and were calling from that place saying like, we're in the park, where is your gallery? So I said, no, this is virtual, go back home, because the gallery doesn't exist. It's just virtual. So they thought that was like really a real gallery in that park, because they recognize the park and they say, okay, let's see the artwork over there.
Fantastic.
So the idea is to make it as realistic as possible and to have the freedom to build something that even if you have a gallery, you will not spend the money just to see how does it look and to take the risk. But in 3D, yes, we can.
Now you're doing something exciting at the moment for the Miami Fair, aren't you?
Yes. So the concept, we move forward with the concept saying that when we digitalize your artwork, after that you can show your artwork even in an art show. So let's say you show like 2, 3 paintings or 5 or 6, but you can have your entire gallery with like 50 paintings or 50 sculpture. So you can have a door-size touchscreen where people can put their hand and navigate inside the gallery next to your real art. So we're not talking about NFTs or virtual art. No, we're talking about real art that you exhibit that way. So people can get the feeling of the artist because they are like in a total immersive environment from that artist, not mixed with other artists. And that is a big plus, because when you try to find a gallery and everything, it's kind of like hard for an artist to find a gallery that he may put your artwork next to something that is not really nice. And then you're going to feel like, of course, he's not going to sell my artwork because I'm next to that guy. That's nothing to do. But that way you get the exclusivity of the immersive environment that you want. So to convince and to make a collector to learn how to love your art.
Yeah.
And that's a big plus. So the event is going to be at the beach, inside the dome, next to the Setai and the W Hotel, which is like a AAA space for the art show. It works with alongside Art Basel, by the way, because they love the concept and everything. And inside the dome, you will have like 3D projection mapping, it's called, where you have like from ceiling to the floor, you have like an animation, or it's not a video, it's like a 360 video, and people can be immersive inside this dome with a little bit of real artwork and mostly door-sized touchscreen.
It's eye-opening. It really is. And the access, it provides people all over the world with access to events that they couldn't get to in real time. So I think it's great work. We should perhaps discuss creating a gallery for the Arts and Culture Network like this one behind me, so that we can put that on the website, and then people can view our own artists' work in the community. Excellent. Artmonad, artmonad.com if you'd like to see some more. Right, I'm going to have some fun with you now, JV. I'm going to take you on a fantasy cultural trip, okay? I have a magic wand and a time machine, so I can create anything for you. Are you ready? I need to place you somewhere in the world, so I'm going to do that by asking you, what's your favorite building?
My favorite building? I never thought about that. My favorite building. I'm not sure. I would feel like to say, you know, I may say just the Eiffel Tower. I feel this guy, he followed his dream and everything, and he created something like crazy, and was just temporary, and then it's amazing.
Yeah, okay, that's a great choice. So I'd like you to imagine you're sitting at a cafe on that lovely grass lawn beneath the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It's June, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. It's a lovely sunny day, and to your right is a drink, and it can be any drink you like. What would you choose?
Aperol Martini.
Aperol Martini?
Yeah.
Nice, very good. Now on your right is a book. Okay, it's either your favorite book, a book that's been with you all your life, a book that you've recently discovered, but it's a favorite book of yours. What book would I find there on the table?
I would say a book that really changed my way to see things like years ago was like a book from I think it's Barbara Ann Brennan called The Power of the Healing by Hand. And uh, it made me realize a lot of things like very spiritual and everything that I used a lot. So that was like, I was like 30 years ago. And I could not stop to read that book. And it woke me up like in a different way to think like spiritually and life about what you are doing on earth and everything.
I love it. So that was, what was the title again?
The healing or the power of the healing with hands or things like that.
Okay, and it was Barbara
Ann Brennan.
Barbara Brennan.
Barbara Ann Brennan.
Okay, I'll look as well so that we can, the art, what is it?
Barbara Brennan.
Barbara Brennan.
Yes, School
Yeah.
of Healing.
Got it.
So I
Excellent.
wake up. I wake up with that because my sister, she was like kind of like psychic #1 in Quebec, and she teach me that that's not kind of like yes, it exists, and you have like the life is working like this, and you can see in the future things, and you can understand why your karma and everything. So she wake me up like in a different way, and then was like a confirmation of like what is a spirituality.
Great. Now, you're feeling quite pleased with yourself sitting there underneath the Eiffel Tower with the Aperol Martini and your favorite book there. You've just come from a meeting in Paris with a wealthy family foundation who like to support emerging artists. Okay. They've asked you to create one of your galleries dedicated to the first work of emerging artists all over the world. Okay. So they only get one painting. It's either their best or their first. Okay. Now they want to hire you for a year. It's extremely well paid. Everything at home is sorted out professionally and personally. Your friends and family can come and visit you while you're doing this year of research. But they want you to populate and curate this new digital gallery that you're going to create by finding unknown artists all over the world and finding their best work that you will then photograph and put in the exhibition, the virtual exhibition. There'll be a TED talk in it. There'll be a book deal. There will be a TV series, and there will be a lecture tour. Okay, it's a nice opportunity. It's first class all the way as well.
Cool dream, yeah.
Yeah. So all you have to do is decide where you're going to start.
Yeah.
What country and what city?
Okay. So that will be my way to proceed. Okay. I will lay down. Let's say I'm in Miami Beach. I will lay down at the beach, and I will kind of like talk to my guide, and I will ask questions, and then I will get answer. And the answer will be okay. Let's see. You will find him in Africa. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Which country? And where and how? Okay, you will find him in I don't know, Facebook, or you will find him and that way. And when I did that, for example, I met my wife, it happened. So I said, okay, to my neighbor, I said, okay, I'm going to meet my wife next week in a social event. I have no idea how, but it will be in a social event. So she laughed, but it's how, when you understand how it works, it's how precise it can be. And then it just happened. And
so what city are we going to put you in? What country? What's your best guess?
I met a lot of artists from Africa, for example, that try to make it as an artist from kind of like very poor country, and they contact me, and they don't have even like $5 to spend to do something, but they have this strength of the artist. They want to create. They feel like they want to do that, and no matter what, and it's what someone write that on his LinkedIn profile. It's the path of the it's the most easier the most difficult path to be an artist in some way, because you really need to not listen. You cannot listen people around you, and you need to go for. And then I admire there's young or not young, whatever, people that want to create art with nothing, not even some nice painting from a store next door, and they try their best to make it happen.
I've got an idea for you then. There is in Kenya, near Mombasa, there is a group of young people who collect flip-flops, sandals from the beach, discarded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see
And
that, yes.
and they create sculpture from them. Okay.
Ah, amazing.
One of those young people is also a painter. Okay, and you've been advised to go and have a look at the work. So I'm going to put you in Mombasa. Okay, for this is for your fantasy year. We're going to start in Mombasa. So you get to Mombasa. That's on the coast, isn't it? Mombasa.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Let's just check. Yes, it is. It's on the coast. Excellent. So you arrive, you get on the plane, okay, in Miami Beach, and you're flying to Mombasa, and you turn left on the aeroplane because you're traveling first class, okay, and the steward brings you an Aperol martini to drink, and a letter from the Wealthy Family Foundation, who are paying for this trip. They'd like to experiment on you while you're doing this work. Now, they've asked you if you had to limit your musical intake to one very specific type of music, one very specific genre of music for 12 months, what would you choose?
The music I would choose. That's difficult for the entire year, you say. What I like music. I am a musician. When I was in the French Conservatoire of Music, and I was doing clarinet for many years, but just to please my father, let's say that. And so the music is really like, for me, something that it's complementary for your sense to really kind of like it's the big fashion to say to vibrate at this type of vibration. So sometimes the music can be just a sound, just a vibration, a sound where you can really just relax and everything. So it really depends of the moment, and really depends of what you want to do with that. If you want to,
but if they
condition, if you know,
yeah,
or dance,
I understand. If the condition is that you can only choose one for the whole 12 months, what would you choose?
well, I would be afraid to be stuck with the same music for the entire 12 months. So maybe I will. I don't know. Oh, I really don't know. I honestly, it may be not fun, but I will select a sound that will be like a music from like the Tibet, things like that.
Okay.
So I can relax, and I'm sure that it's not going to bother me like the 4 months with the same. So I know that with that I will recharge my battery at least for 1 year.
Love it. Tibetan folk music, ambient folk music. Lovely.
Yes,
that's a good choice. That's a very good choice. Now you arrive in Mombasa, and a group of young artists meet you with your name on a card. You're taken into the center of Mombasa, where I'm going to find you a property. There we go. Let me see where we're going to put you. Okay. Let me share my screen. I'll show you where you're going to live. There we go. Right. I think we might put you somewhere like this. Okay, this will be your place, paradise. There we go. Nice. Or you could have this block here. You could have the top of there. Either way, you've got a waterfront property. Now, they said, right, unpack, make yourself at home, relax. We're going to take you out to a dance performance, and then out to dinner. Now, we're in Kenya, obviously, but I have a magic wand and a time machine, so I can show you anything. They've asked you what, if you could choose anything you like in the world of dance, any dancer, living or not, any dance group, any dance style, what would you like to watch on the stage for 2 hours?
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm in Africa. So I would like to see, like in Africa, you know, like the dancer who dance with the feet, and they do like this, like super fast with their feet.
Oh yeah, I've seen
I
that.
saw that, and I saw that on YouTube. I say, and I try myself, but
I know, and their heads don't move.
no, yeah, they don't
Yeah,
move like that, but the legs goes like super fast. So I would like to see that in
that's the
front of
deal.
me,
That's
like
yours.
yeah.
I love
And
that. That's a,
it doesn't need to be in a very luxury hotel. It can be, I can go with a bicycle inside the village. I don't care.
yeah,
But I would like to see that because, wow,
yeah.
that's
A great idea. Now they're taking you out to dinner afterwards, and Mombasa has cuisine from all over the world. What national cuisine would you like to dine on there for dinner?
oh, I will try local.
You
Like
want to stay
whatever
local?
yes, when they say that we need to try that. Yeah, I will try that.
Okay. I'm a bit strange like that because when I go out to dinner, I ask somebody else to choose what I eat. For starter and main. And I sometimes send pictures to my daughter and she will choose for me. I never
Oh,
choose.
really? Oh,
I
really?
never choose because I will just eat the same thing every time.
Oh,
So
yes.
I ask other people to.
No,
Um,
I will try, but I will like plan B. If I don't like it, I will order something else immediately. But at least I will take the risk. Yes, I will say,
yeah,
okay,
it's
let's
great
try
fun.
this and that. Yes, and I may look at the other plates. I don't like that because it's not very polite to look what they eat. But
Yeah.
I may I may
Yeah.
try to still
You could just walk around the restaurant looking at what people are
yeah,
eating and say, I'll have
to
that, please. Yeah.
get some visual first and to make
Yeah.
sure that we match
Now
my taste.
the next day in Mombasa is Saturday and it's sport day. And many people consider some sports to be performance art. We've got ice dancing, we've got break dancing in the Olympics. So what sport would you like to watch for a couple of hours?
Oh, in Mombasa, I don't know what kind of sport they are doing over there.
You can have anything.
I will not go for, you know, like the fight things that I cannot stand anymore. I feel like life is so precious and everything. So then when you destroy someone face with a, no, that cannot happen. That should
No.
not. So when I was much younger, I was rowing. So I did 2 world championship in rowing. But Mombasa, I don't think that they have a rowing team over there. I never heard about it.
Yeah, they make, but
So
there's a we
it's
go
very
because
it's very British, so it's not like a very
yeah, but I have a
African, you know.
magic wand, so we're going to have a regatta. We're going to have a rowing festival in
Oh,
Mombasa.
but that I will love to see that
Yeah,
over there because it will
yeah.
be completely surrealistic. You know?
Excellent. Now, given your professional skills, this one's going to be really interesting. There is a new digital art gallery in Mombasa where you put on the VR helmet and you step into the work. Okay. Which famous artist's work would you like to step into and walk around inside?
Oh, I will say the artwork of my wife. I love it. Actually, I fall in love with her, but with her art too.
Yeah,
So yes,
it's
because I can
wonderful.
see. Yeah,
It,
it's you know when she was painting like a big huge painting that is like you know like a 10 meter wide. I'm sorry, I'm still counting in meter. And each time she said, "Okay, it's finished. Can you see it?" So I look at it and say, "Wow, wow." And then the next day I say, "Okay, I did some. I touch it. Everything changed. It's like a
mm,
second one." So first of all, we could digitalize each layer because each painting I may have like 5 or 6 layers. So why to waste that? We could digitalize the same painting with all the layer before the end where she say finally it's finished, but it's a waste. So you don't need to try to X-ray the painting like we do with Leonardo da Vinci. to see what it did first, we could now use it, and it's part of the history of that painting. So the
Yeah.
first one will be her.
That's a great answer. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Now, I'm flying out to meet you and spend a week with you. Okay. We're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to a pop or rock show on Monday. We're going to a theatre play on Tuesday. We're going to a West End or Broadway musical on Wednesday. We're going to the opera on Thursday, and we're going to the cinema on Friday. Okay. Now, I want you to decide what pop or rock show would you take me to? You can go back in time. Okay. So what pop or rock show would you want to see? And it might be one that you missed, or somebody historical who's famous who you never saw. What would you enjoy?
Wow. What I enjoy is like when you have like multiple artists. So when it's like, you know, like a big stadium, so you can feel the energy of everybody at the same time. So it's unique. Like
Mhm.
I would like, you know, like there is a video that I like to see that is like you are the champion, and you see when he's singing that, or it's amazing. So I would have loved to be there. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. Something. And Tuesday, do you have a favorite theatre play?
Not really. No, I'm not. I'm not that much. Maybe I'm too claustrophobic. I need some space.
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll fly to London and we'll go to the Globe Theatre in London and watch some Shakespeare together. There we go. What about, do you like musicals, JV?
not that much. Not my.
Okay.
It will be not my priority.
I'd like to see the first performance of West Side Story by Bernstein. That would be good. So we'll do
I
that
will
one.
be curious to see it too, just to as an open mind, you know.
Yeah. What about,
Uh,
are you an opera fan?
no,
Then I think we'll go to the Royal Opera House in London. Actually, we'll go to La Scala, Milan,
okay,
because it's closer. And
that would be great.
we'll see Tosca by Puccini. There we go.
Yeah, that would be great too.
What about a favorite movie?
Uh, okay, there is for the movies is like you have like a shift with the movies. I think now I like very much series. So in the past it was like the movie, but no, now I like series, because series you can think about it between each episode. Even if you can look at all the series in a full weekend, one after the other, you can still brainstorm about it. So you are totally immersed inside the like Breaking Bad, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I could not look at this series, and I start. My friend said, no, this is nice. Go ahead. I try again. I said, no, I don't like 4 times. And then suddenly I loved it, and I did it like in 2 days, you know, one after the other.
Yeah.
And during COVID, I look at the Ortogrul from Turkey. And then was a very low budget at the beginning this series. So you could see when they started to make money, uh, the horse were not the same horse. You know, like at the beginning was like a little bit like a not very good horse. And the sound, the guy was tapping things in his bathroom to do the soundtrack of the movie and everything. So, but after that, you had like I don't know, like almost 400 episode like series. So it took, I mean, all the during COVID was like the main things like Ortobol. And that I like, for example.
Brilliant. Excellent. Okay. Now we're nearly there. I've got one more day with you, and I've arranged for you to have a beautiful lunch in a restaurant in Mombasa. And it's called Hero Lunch. You can invite anyone you like, and they will come. It could be somebody living or not. It could be somebody famous or not. So, who would you like to invite for lunch?
Who could I invite for that?
Anyone at all, living or not.
Hmm. That's I may say something like I lost like few friends, and I lost. I was married to someone that had a cancer and passed away. So I think I would love to invite all those people.
Okay, that would be great.
Mm.
That's a lovely lunch. So there you are, JV. That's your fantasy cultural year complete. I hope you enjoyed it. You get back home and you've got a book out on the artists that you've discovered. You've bought some of their work, which was rather smart because they're now getting really famous. You've got a TED Talk, a lecture tour, and a TV show to edit. So
Oof.
there we go. Now, I hope you've enjoyed that. This has been good fun. Thank you for letting us do that.
Yes. Back to
Um,
reality. Okay.
so, just as a reminder, if you'd like to immerse yourself in both JV's wife's work and other artists, it's artmonad.com, ARTMONAD.com. And I think JV and I should have a further conversation about promoting the visual artists in our community on our website with an art gallery showing on there. That because well, I can
Oh yes,
embed it. I can embed it, right?
but yes, and there is a lot to say because it's really all the industry is moving to spatial computing and internet too. So you
Yeah,
better to digitalize your body of work to use it in a different way.
yeah. Excellent.
Basically. Mm.
Thank you, JV, and thank you for being one of our full members. And
Thank
thank
you,
you for
Mark.
being a good sport today. Don't rush off, but in the meantime, wherever this appears, there'll be links to everything in the accompanying text. So
Oh my
thank you
God, I'm
so
still
much.
I'm still in Mombasa.
Well,
Okay.
enjoy Miami as well.
Okay, yeah, I may take a break now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Thank
you, Mark. Thank you for what you're doing for the artists with all your groups and everything. This is amazing. I love it, and I love the way you do it. It's the way we do things that is the most important.
That's very kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you.